Kulani. You're just absolutely the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So I'm so happy for you.
If I could give you 90% of what this 100% has given me over 30 years, I could not be happier for the two of you. Congratulations and welcome to the family, my love.
I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at this corner of the building. Oh my God, you look really beautiful.
Hi. Do I really?
Mm-hmm. You look really, wow. You look so different. You look really nice. You look really nice.
What do you think?
Yeah, it looks really good.
Cool, right?
Yeah. Okay, so Kulani and I first met actually online, and we were both on a dating site that's pretty popular in the States called OkCupid, and we messaged each other, and I know Kulani always remembers a really stupid thing that I told her, as I was always talk nonsense to girls on there instead of just being like, hey, how are you? Because I think that's really lame.
Because it's like when you meet online, you have no idea. I mean, even if you think you know how they look like. Anyway, he was like, okay, I'm here. And then I'm like looking for him. It's some guy with a hoodie. And I was like, it can't be him. And so I saw him and I was like, oh, not as tall as I thought he would be. Okay. And then so he's like, yeah, all right, let's hang out, whatever. And I'm like, okay. I like went over to my friends. I was like, okay, we need to leave.
And I saw her, and I thought she was like the cutest thing I've ever seen, because she's like so tiny, you know, she's like really tiny. And she was like really standoffish. And then she introduced me to her friends, and then she tried to blow me off. I actually found out later that she didn't like me at all. I was wearing a hoodie, and I had a t-shirt and jeans and like boots. That's what I typically wear. That's like my thing. I'm really casual type of person. It's like the most dressed up I'll like probably ever get in my entire life.
I don't know, I just left. And then he followed me to the next bar, and yeah, I mean, after that, we just kind of, I guess we hit it off.
I told my friend, I was like, we're gonna follow them, you know, whatever. We're gonna be a stalker. We're gonna go full stalker. And so I followed her, and she's like, hey, you're still here, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah. And then finally got her to smile a bit, and we convinced her to go to another bar. And then at that bar, that's when she said after talking to me a little bit, she kind of realized she didn't hate me. And she was like, oh, he's actually kind of cute and whatever.
Yeah, the rest was history. I mean, after that, 2 weeks later, we went to New Orleans together, and then you got terribly sick. Oh my gosh. One way to really get to know someone is when they're desperately ill, and I had to take care of him, and I knew him for like 2 weeks.
Deathly ill. Probably the most sick I've ever been in my entire life. Not the whole thing, but like the second half of it. I was in our hotel room, like farting, burping, a fever of 103. Like I was wrecked. I don't know what I got, but it's probably the worst flu of my entire life. I still can't think of a moment in my life where I was more sick than that. And she took care of me the entire time.
And so I think he liked the fact that I played nurse, and I was like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into?
She was like putting Red Bull containers on my forehead and like holding it there and like taking care of me and going through all this stuff that like I know any other person, they'd be like, dude, screw this. Like I don't want anything to do with this.
But you know, it was a good trip. We had a lot of fun, and then we decided to take our first international trip to Costa Rica. So then things got well, because we were like, well, if we can travel together and face all this stress with traveling and different cultures and just work together, then we'll be fine like anywhere. And so we really got a thrill out of just going and traveling together, and that really brought us close together.
We both kind of just realized at one point that we would never want to be with anyone else and not experience all those things together, because I have more fun traveling with her than I ever did traveling by myself. And that was like when we both realized that, and we're like, we don't want to ever, you know, not be together. There was no formal even proposal when we got engaged. It was more just like, we sat down and then she started shopping for rings because we wanted her to get something particular that she wanted. I wasn't gonna choose for her. I let you figure it out.
So one day I was like, okay, his ring came in and he hadn't seen it yet. So I decided, well, I'm gonna propose to him. So he came home one day and then like I had a little table with little purple little flower petals and it was like, Ninja, marry me, ? And then I had his ring and then our song, like, which we'll dance to for our first dance is Frank Sinatra, Strangers in the Night, which I feel like very much describes me because we were pretty much strangers in the night. And anyway, so I had that song going. He like opens the door and it's like da 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 da. And so the song is playing and like the lights are dim and it was, you know, it had the ring. And so yeah, that's pretty much how it went. And I actually like recorded myself and the whole thing in a small video clip. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. And we just kind of danced to our song, and that was like the official proposal.
पवनज स्तुति पत्र पावन चरित्र रवि सोमवर नेत्र रमणीय सीता कल्याण वैभोग राम कल्याण वैभोग में कल्याण वैभोग में कल्याण वैभोग में
I can see a little bit. You're very special to me too. I haven't known you as long as Kulani, but I love you just as much. You're smart and bright and hilarious, and you bring out the best in all of us. And I think I love you the most though because of what you do for Kulani, that you calm her and support her, you adore her, and the two of you together are just incredible. About me and Kulani. I met her when I was in middle school, and we both played the violin, and her violin was dyed pink and purple, so that was enough for me to be friends with her. And 10 years later, she's my best friend, and I just have the pleasure of knowing this beautiful lady in front of me.
How much it means to us for so many friends and family, both from here in Sri Lanka and from abroad. I think there's over 6 continents that have come here tonight for our wedding. And it means so much to us that everyone has come and spent the time, money and energy to be here tonight with us, because
This night wouldn't be the same without everyone here, and you guys are you are the closest people to us, and that's why you guys are here tonight. And from the bottom of our hearts, we really appreciate each and every one of you being here with us tonight.
Most importantly, I really want to remember my very special Sia, or grandfather, DM Chandrasena. This was his dream to see me and Scott get married. And so just want to thank you, everyone, coming from everywhere, like Scott said, to just celebrate this special day with both of us.
That wonderful man over 30 years ago. Here are our wedding vows. I want my son and his lovely bride. I always wanted a daughter to go along with my son. I couldn't be happier.
I just want to say congratulations, you guys. I love you both. And cheers.
Amazing how we all get to a certain spot in our lives and all the things that happen to bring you to one particular point in reality. Had we not met in a coffee shop many, many years ago, Scott would not be here.
She's never spoken an unkind word to me. Of all the people I've met in my life, she puts everyone else before herself, always. And so I just feel so lucky to know such a kind and wonderful person.
We also have no words to describe this experience today. We have been planning this for 1 year and a half. This has been our dream to have a really unique beach wedding in Sri Lanka. We decided if we're going to get married, why not do it where I was born and not inside. And because you can have a wedding inside anywhere.
I love you because you are helping to make of the timber of my life not a tavern but a temple, and of the words of my everyday not a reproach but a song. I love you because you have done more than any creed could have done to make me happy. done it without a touch, without a word, without a sign. You have done it first by being yourself. After all, perhaps this is what being a friend means.
पहले था बंदा कितना काम का खाली रीफिल जैसा अब फिजूल हूँ रातों को
So it's just amazing to be here and to meet new friends and an extended family, and we really appreciate this event and all the effort and the love that's in this room.
चल तू ही बदला देना बन के मुसीबत पीछे पड़ी है ये कॉमेडी है या ट्रेजेडी है ना होना था क्यों हो गया लो चाहे उल्फत हो गया लो चाहे उल्फत हो गया
They have shown how the life is to take it. So there are some hard times, there are some good times. So you guys have to take it, looking at that. And life is not everything like rose petal. There will be always hard times. So be together, solve together. That's the family means, you and me. Scott, be strong. We wish you all the very best from bottom of our heart.
लो चाहे उल्फत हो गया
Just handing over the daughter to the new Hamal family, please. Welcome the new family joining hands and handing over their lovely daughter, Kulani and Scott, to the Hamal family.